Hey guys, it's Alex Angel, and I am here to provide you guys with an all signs reading. Be sure to check out the description box or the comments because I will timestamp each sign so you can just jump right to your sign. I am a week ahead of schedule with putting out my weekly videos. So instead of just going a week without putting out anything, I at least wanted to put out something for, to give you guys, in case you're needing any information and or advice from God, angels, or universe. So the first sign up, as we see, is Aries. We have a jumping card. And that jumping card is the Knight of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune and then the Three of Cups. So it looks like for you guys, Aries, you have a new love affair coming in, or love that's coming in. It's rushing in. Angels are saying to me that for a lot of you, I kind of feel like this is you guys maybe falling in love or falling for someone. Of course, the Knights represent, rushing and forward moving energy. And the cups, of course, represents love and emotions. So I do feel like for a lot of you, it almost even feels like you have someone in front of you right now who is acting as a primary source of love. The second card up is the Wheel of Fortune. This to me is almost like the honeymoon phase. Wheel of Fortune, of course, has to do with cycles. Sometimes you're at the top of the wheel, meaning everything is going great. Sometimes you're at the bottom where, you're kind of working through your shadow stuff. So I kind of feel like, again, especially with these cards and it sitting right in between two cups, that it just kind of feels like, at least for right now, everything is going great. You're in this honeymoon phase. I can even hear some of you saying, I couldn't wish for anything better. Okay. Next card up is Three of Cups. You want to dance. You want to celebrate. You want to share this joy, this good feeling. It's almost like you want to share it with everybody around you. Not only that, but you want to keep yourself around people who are vibrating in the same type of energy, people who are loving and, are in relationships, and you guys can talk about relationships together. And, it just kind of feels like, at least for right now, Aries, you are flying high. Angels actually said skying high. So keep up the great work. All right. And congratulations, by the way. All right. Thank you, Aries. Next sign up is the wonderful Taurus. What is going on for Taurus? The Seven of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. And then the Four of Swords. What I just got for you, Taurus, was it's almost like you shaking the vending machine, like your item might not have dropped, it might not have come out. So it's like you're banging it, you're trying to get your money. It's almost like you're trying to come up and formulate a plan on how to make more money, how to bring more money in. Of course, especially with you seeing those pentacles in the tree, this card represents, money growing in trees or on trees. And I just kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, which is true Taurian format, if it ain't about the money, Taurians are not happy. So I just kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you are thinking about and or trying to work on your next hustle. I feel like there's a lot of information coming to you, like a lot of people kind of trying to steer you in the right direction. You may be saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to do it. I'm really going to do it this time. I'm going to put everything out on the line and just go for it. Right? What's weird about this Four of Swords actually sitting here is almost like you second guessing yourself, or kind of going back in the lab saying, is this the right decision? Should I put all of my money up front, or maybe, half of it or some of it, What I'm getting for you guys intuitively is keep going. Now, here's the thing. I need to be really clear about something, Taurus. It doesn't necessarily say and mean, hey, keep going with this particular project, right? It's just saying keep going because you will eventually think of something. You will eventually find your niche or your niche, to basically figure out where to invest your time, your energy, and maybe even your money in a particular situation. Okay? So that's everything for Taurus. Thank you so much, Taurus. Look at that. I'm not going to take that one because that was one of Taurus's cards. No, that was the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the next sign up is Gemini. Gemini. I could feel the energy and attention from some of you Geminis trying to figure out, okay, well, what do I need to do? Okay, Alex, what do you have to say? What's coming up next? Make it good. Oh, God, angels, universe, make it good for my Geminis. Seven of Wands. You guys have been fighting a battle, been a little bit defensive as far as where to go, what to do, you know, what new direction you want to head in. I feel pouting. I feel a tantrum. I feel like it's almost like, to an extent, you know, you want to move forward, you know, you want to go in a particular direction, but it's almost like you're fighting yourself to get it going, or to, you know, it's almost like you're, if you had like a life coach or somebody saying, okay, Gemini, just go, ready, set, go. It's almost like you're looking for that kind of start to kind of kick off this journey or this, you know, plight into the next phase of your lives. Okay. I kind of feel like, to an extent, Gemini, you could be blocking that, because it's almost like somebody may come along and be like, okay, Gemini, go. And then you'll be like, okay, wait. You didn't do it right. Oh, your voice was low. Oh, you didn't say it loud enough. Or, you know what I mean? It's almost like you are not going to validate the validator. I love it. You're not going to validate the validator. So it's almost like you lying to yourself to an extent that you're going to do something. You're going to move away. You're going to head in a particular direction. But, you know, I don't feel like you're ready. And, you know, the King of Pentacles here actually makes sense to me. You know, the King of Pentacles has everything to do with a stable direction and stability and security. So I kind of feel like for you, Gemini, absolutely, that's what you crave, you want, you desire. I mean, we all do, right? But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like, are you ready for it? You know, are you going to give yourself the opportunity to become as stable as you can, to allow this king to come into your life? You know what I mean? Last card, the High Priestess. Yeah, that inner knowing, that intuition. To me, this is the universe speaking around you. I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, the universe, you know, you've been able to see things through synchronicity and law of attraction. And, you know, the universe is almost like almost opening herself up to you. And I just kind of feel like, again, you know, are you paying attention, or do you want to be stubborn and stuck and stay set in your own ways? This to me is kind of like, once you let your guards down, this person is going to come in, and I kind of feel like you're going to know that this person was heaven sent, you know, sent by the universe via law of attraction, and any kind of manifestation that you may have set out or launched. Okay, so that was beautiful, Gemini. Cards are flying around. I'm telling you guys, I don't know how you all have been with that Scorpio full moon that we just had, but it has just been kind of an erratic energy where things were just jumping out and popping out all over the place. Especially, at least for me anyway. If you've had issues with the Scorpio full moon, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your experiences have been. Okay, Gemini, now we move on to wonderful Cancer. All right, God, angels, universe, what do we have for our beautiful Cancer? Tell you, Cancer, you guys are always on the move. You're always on the move trying to figure out what your next move, next plan is going to be. This is weird because it's almost like this is the feminine of the stability, right? This is the Queen of Pentacles. She wants for nothing. She has everything. Not only that, but she is a source of energy, income, you know, information, knowledge for her entire queendom. Like people rely on her, right? People are relying on you, Cancer. This came up in your readings a couple of months ago, where it's almost like everybody was in your face wanting a piece of you. Well, I kind of feel like you shook that off, you know, and you've regained your status as the queen. Hell, you've even seen your bank account fill up a little bit because you stopped helping people, right? But I kind of feel like there's this nagging thing inside of you, you know, where we have the 10 of Wands and then also the 10 of Swords, two tens here. You know, basically, I was going to say, you know, especially as a Cancer, Cancers usually dwell or cling or maybe sometimes take some time to get rid of or get out of a situation. So either these two are representing maybe you feeling guilty or feeling bad for the people who you've cut off, especially in the COVID-19 era where, you know, people don't have money, they're losing their jobs. And, you know, you may feel bad because you cut your support off because, you know, you got burnt out and you walked away and, you know, you got tired of people coming for you, number one, but then needing you in another breath, right? Excuse me. So I feel like Cancer, you could be reflecting again on where you just kind of came from. Angels are also saying to me, yeah, you realize and recognize that people do need you and that people within your queendom could be your kids, could be family members, could be co-workers, could be employees who are pretty much down and out. Now, there is a really, really, really important message here, right? That important message, Cancer, is basically saying, okay, don't go and dig your own hole and put yourself back in the hole you just came out of. Okay? Don't do that. Do it smart. Instead of giving them fish, teach them how to fish, right? Some people, angels are saying to me, although these are not the cups, which would be a completely different message, but I wonder if there is a cup card that represents draining emotions. That's interesting. Maybe the Seven of Cups, right? Because the energy is depleted, too many choices, too many, you know, different options. But anyway, Cancer, I just kind of feel like whomever these people are who need you, right? Because these are tens, right? These should represent completion, as in, you know what? We're just going to do it ourselves. We're going to leave, you know, Cancer's like, okay, I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to move on. But I'm just getting the feeling that these guys are still around you. So it's almost like you still see them suffering. And there is this desire and deep need inside of you to help and to provide them for assistance. Cancer, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. I would just say be careful again about digging that hole and, you know, putting yourself back in that hole versus everybody around you kind of, you know, causing you to lose your balance and falling in that hole, right? It's like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So this is a kind of quote unquote fool me twice, you know, and I don't want it to be shame on you. All right, Cancer, thank you so much. Moving over to our lovely Leo. Leo, what's going on with Leo? Ugh, angels are saying a lot of movement. Feels like a lot of stress. Yeah, it feels like mental stress. This is stress I feel like you guys are causing. And there he is. There he blows. The King of Swords. This is mental stress. This is knowing you have to do something, but maybe not necessarily sure what to do. But knowing, you know, having the pressure of, you know, a deadline or knowing that you have to do something, people relying on you, and not just knowing that you have to do something and not knowing what to do, but when you finally do it, you know, it could be forced, it could be in anger, it could be in vain, it could be, you know, negative, you know what I mean? So Leo, right off the bat, we understand and realize that, yes, you may have the weight of the world on your shoulder. Take your time. Angels are saying you always have mental space to sit and think. What I'm also getting to here, Leo, is that I feel like for a lot of you, it's my way or the highway. Now, I don't mean that in a negative way. The way that I mean that basically is the way that you're looking at whatever your situation is the only view of it that you have. So maybe the message here is open yourself up to allow other people to maybe assist you or guide you or help you with the decision portion of this situation. And I know, trust me, I know it's hard to trust people, especially in a dire situation. Especially, you know, because it's like, oh, if you want it done right, do it yourself. And especially if you don't have any experience with this person, you don't know what they're going to do with your stuff. But I'm getting here again, Leo. Open yourself up to whether even going on YouTube and finding, you know, how other people handle certain situations that are similar to yours, right? So even if you don't go and give the power to a specific person or assist or ask for assistance from a specific person, open yourself up to get information from elsewhere. Six of Swords, moving away. Yeah. This to me makes sense, right? Because this is basically saying, whatever this situation is, you figured it out or you think you figured it out. And based on what you figured it out, based on all the information that you have, you are deciding to move away or to discontinue giving energy to this situation, right? Because the swords represent cutting something out or cutting something off or cutting something away, right? So I just kind of feel like whatever this is, it's almost like this is your executive decision. And based on that decision, you are deciding to move away. Okay? Last card. Look at this. King of Cups. Nice. I feel like maybe you're making this decision to bring forth the King of Cups. It's weird because who is the King of Cups for Leo? Leo is a fire sign, right? And fire and water will, you know, basically burn each other out. But Leo will say, well, I need more love. I want more love. Most people will say that, not just you, Leo, right? So you have to be careful and to be sure that you don't burn this person out as well with high demands, right? Maybe, but that's what these two cards represent. Whereas, you know, maybe somebody wasn't able to, you know, meet your needs and you made an executive decision to move on. Yeah, they're a nice person. They're a good guy. They're a good girl, but maybe they're just not the best match for me. So I'm going to go ahead and move away from this situation and open myself up for somebody who's better fit to love me. What angels just also gave to me too is your heart versus, excuse me, your mind versus your heart. You know, you could be abandoning your mind and mental thought and now saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to be more emotional about this. Of course, not making emotional decisions, but seeing how you feel about something versus what you think about something. Okay? So that's everything I have for Leo. Now for Virgo. Virgo. Let me shuffle these. Oh, angels are saying more intuition, Virgo. More money and more intuition. Moving forward. Take your time. When it comes to love specifically, they're showing me a rocket ship. So try not to go too fast. And that's crazy because Hermit is the first card that came out, right? And Virgo, build this in. This is, you know, your card here. I want you to build in time again where you're pulling yourself out of mainstream and you're taking some time to, you know, kind of I call it going in the lab and analyzing and not really figuring out what you want to do, but it's almost like you, how do they say, making a grand, there's a grand entrance and then there's an exit. So we want you to kind of exit every now and then. Number one, to teach people that yes, you cannot always be there. No matter how much you want to be there for everybody all the time, Virgo, you cannot. Okay? So I need for you to build into your everyday life, pulling yourself away from, going incognito, taking some time away, flying below the radar when it comes to other people in your life. And here's why. Because the Five of Swords will basically say, you will feel, if you don't, you will feel like, because Virgo is a pleaser sign, right? So you will feel like, you know, people are taking you for granted. They're taking advantage of you. They're, you know, they don't give a shit about you. They just want what they want from you, right? They're after you is what I'm getting also, right? So take your time, Virgo, and slow down. The image that I also got too, and there you are again, represented in the King of Pentacles, right? This again, doing this or taking time out to avoid this will help you to maintain that status more. So the King of Pentacles being financially stable, being, you know, energetic, you know, moving around, moving freely with confidence and assurance. By doing this, that will keep this part of you healthy. Okay? But what I was going to say was, with you guys, your energy is high. Your energy tends to be high, Virgo. So I kind of feel like if you don't ground yourself, forget everybody else. You're going to burn your own self out, right? Trying to do for everybody and trying to, angels are saying, keep up with everything. What I'm also getting to is Virgo has this vision of himself or herself in that they must remain busy, or, you know, if they're not busy, if they're not productive, they're not, you know, kind of like if they're not these things, they're wasting their lives away. So it's almost like this story that you tell yourself to keep ripping and running. Well, the problem is that when you rip and run and you don't build in that quiet time, you burn yourself out. And then just for some of you, you may blame it on everybody else in the universe. And it's like, but we ain't have nothing to do with it. Okay. Anyway, we're moving on to Libra, right? Hi, Libra. And this is the Empress, right? The Empress. She's the Queen Mother. Yeah, that's your energy, Libra. You're another pleaser sign to an extent, right? You want people happy around you because if your environment is happy, then you're happy. And I feel like that's exactly what this card is representing. For a lot of you, it's almost like I feel like for a lot of you, you want to help people, help the world, contribute to the world. You know, we're in such dire times right now. And I just kind of feel like, Libra, you are searching for what it is that you can give away freely. Now, with Libra, unlike Virgo, I would say go for it. Do it, right? Because Libra has a built-in, analysis process, right? Libra has a built-in hermit, if you will. So in other words, with Virgo, it's almost like take yourself away. You're running, ripping, running. It's like, all right, stop, pause, wait. With Libra, it's almost like stop, pause, wait before we even get started, right? So Libra, when it comes to, again, your contribution and what you want to put out there in the world, it's easy for me to say to you, yeah, absolutely go for it. Because again, you guys are not just going to hit the ground running. You're not just going to, you know, dive right into something. You're going to deliberate first, and then you're going to move forward. If you decide to move forward, by the way. And as I said that, I just looked down. This card actually popped out and fell on the floor. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, right? We know this is a slow-moving knight. So when I say, you know, if you move forward, it's like, yeah, I have things that I want to contribute You know, maybe you want to make masks. Maybe you want to make hand sanitizer. You know, maybe you want to give free meals to people on the front line. It's almost like you want to be, you know, you want to contribute at this time. And absolutely, Libra, of course, I'll say to you, protect yourself and make sure you take care of yourself. But I feel like especially Libra is not one of those signs that will burn out. Because, again, their deliberation is part of their movement. Knight of Cups, speaking of burning out, good Lord. You got two knights here, Knight of Energy and prosperity and money. And then you got the Knight of Love, baby. You got the Knight of Love. Angels are saying love is moving in. This is, I know the cups are not the passionate cups. Excuse me, the cups are not the passionate sign. That is the wands. But this to me is, again, it's almost like passion coming in, emotions rushing in, and emotions rushing to me means passion, right? Passion is hot and it's fiery and it's, you know, it moves, right? So I just kind of feel like for you, Libra, you have, oh, as you are out there giving of yourself, you know, contributing to the masses, you could meet somebody and fall in love with somebody. Okay. I don't even feel like, Libra, you have to be paying attention. I just feel like this energy is going to be vibrating just high, vibrating off of you like crazy, right? And as you are doing whatever this work is, as you're moving through life, that love is going to come rushing in. Now, again, for a lot of you who are single, yeah, that's new love. But, you know, if you're in an existing relationship, this could be just, you know, again, passion or passion igniting in your current relationship. Okay. So that is lovely, Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. What you got for me, Scorpio? I swear to you, every time I do Scorpio readings, my solar plexus just, it relaxes and it opens up, because it's almost like, all right, Alex, what secrets are you going to reveal today? What you going to give away today about the Scorps? But also at the same time, it opens up because God, Angels, Universe. God, wow, look at that. Look at this smoky shit. 3 major arcanas. Okay, this may take a while, but it's almost like, what does God, Angels, Universe have in store for you? And for me, it's almost like a direct conversation. And as I said that, you know, these 3 cards came up. The Justice card, just hold on, I'm coming, right? This is the card that's basically saying, you know, we know you've been on this merry-go-round for some time. We know that, you know, you've been on longer than most, and we apologize. But things are going to level out. We do need for you guys to make room and make way for us by just opening up. And that's crazy, because I think that's why my solar plexus opened up, right? Just remain open, Scorpio. Remain open, and the universe is going to work it out, and it's going to level it out. I do kind of feel like for some of you, or maybe it's just me, myself, it's almost like you've gotten to the point where you're so, I guess, nervous about everything, that even if God, angels, and the universe are saying, hey, we're going to work it out, it's going to be okay, you're nervous about that. And I know I feel that personally, right? It's almost like God, angels, and universe are saying, you know, we got you. Look at these cards. I mean, you got the Justice, you got the Emperor, which is my God card, and you got the Star, right? So it's almost like we're going to work it out. It's coming from me. You're going to get what you want, right? That wishing on the star, whatever it was that you were wishing for. The star also represents hope, right? So whatever this outlook is, or whatever this view is that you have of things, this is, you know, a powerful, authoritative figure basically blessing it, saying, okay, it's going to come forward, right? And y'all know me as a reader. I'm not going to tell you something is coming, this person's coming back, this is going to happen unless I really feel it, right? But the reason why I think that this card came up specifically is because I feel like it's a partnered approach, as in the universe does one part, Scorpio, you do the other part, okay? The other thing too is that Scorpio, you're so very powerful, right? That you can, because you know you're the 8th house, right? The sign of transformation, life, death. So when things are headed your way and coming to you, you have the energetic power to transform them, to, you know, kind of knock that birdie out the sky, right? You can take something that's, you know, universally flowing to you and deter it and distract it and move it away. That's why it's so important for you to remain open. So whatever that is that's heading for you, it can land on you, right? Whether it's your heart, whether it's your solar plexus, whether it's your third eye, whatever it is, you know, to me, it's like, it's almost even like love. And that's the worst thing, especially for a Scorpio, because that energy is so light and so easily manipulated, or so easily killed, if you will, right? Or transmuted, I guess is a better word to say. So Scorpio, again, very strong message here. 3 major arcanas, okay? We know, you know, the laws of the universe are the laws of the universe. They're not no hokey pokey bullshit, okay? The laws of the universe are designed, right, to help you evolve, right? But also at the same time to keep you hopeful and to, yeah, grant wishes after every, you know, horrible life lesson or evolutionary lesson. Yeah, at the end of it, you do deserve a reward. You do deserve a wish to be granted, okay? So Scorpio, I know. I wouldn't even call it waiting anymore. I would just basically say, just stay open. Just stay open. Just remain open. You don't have to know for what. You don't have to know why. But I do want you to know that it is, again, coming from God directly, coming from the universe directly, straight to you. Okay? I think with that, you know, especially, you know, and it's coming from a higher vibration, that should help you remain open. So hopefully that helps. Okay? Thank you, Scorpio. Moving over to Sagittarius. Sag, what you got going on, boo-boos? Y'all were struggling for a minute. I'm not going to take that card. I'm going to take that one, though, because it fell out. You're still trying to make a decision, Sag. 6 of Wands. 8 of Swords. You have a decision that you're supposed to make and want to make, which you are struggling with. You absolutely don't know what to do. You're deadlocked, right? You know that whatever the decision is or whatever the situation is going to yield great rewards, but you're like stuck. And Sagittarius, in all honesty, when you don't know what to do, right? I would always tell people in the past, if you don't know what to do, do nothing. Or if you don't know what to do, ask God, pray on it. You know, let the universe bring you the guidance on what to do or what decision to make. There are no such things as wrong decisions, because if it's the right decision, you're going to learn and, you know, kind of expel some sort of energy push. And if it's the wrong decision, it's the same thing. You're going to learn a lesson and you're going to go through some like emotional turmoil. So it's like, yeah, on one point it's emotional bliss. On the other side, it's emotional turmoil. But at the end of the day, they have everything to do with you evolving, right? That's why there are no wrong decisions, Sagittarius, because at the end of the day, you're going to evolve whether you make the decision or not, whether the decision is made for you, whether you feel stuck or not. I do kind of feel like, to an extent, this stuckness, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The stuckness is going to hurt you, by the way, right? And that just means it's not even, it doesn't even have to do with like an opportunity going by. It has everything to do with getting in your head too much. That's exactly what this card represents, right? Because you can be stuck in a decision and not necessarily knowing what to do, right? But this one paralyzes you. It kind of immobilizes you, right? And the Six of Wands, you know, is almost like a knight card, right? He's on a horse. A horse is moving forward. The wands have everything to do with direction, your new approach, you know, where we're going from here. And I gave advice to someone recently that said, if you don't know what to do, just do everything. And whatever makes you the happiest, stick to that. Okay? Now, again, I have to say, as a disclaimer, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Sagittarius, you can do absolutely what you want. But I just kind of feel like this right here is going to hurt you more than anything else. You're inside of your head. It's almost like you're going to talk yourself right out of whatever this positive situation is. Okay? So don't hang out in that energy too long, Sagittarius. Please. And I kind of feel like for some of you, you're saying to yourself, I just need a little bit more time to think about it. And that sounds really, really, really innocent until a little time turns into like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, right? Then you're moving into dangerous stalemate territory, right? And at that point, you're scared to do anything because now you still don't know what to do and it's taking too freaking long, right? So be careful about that, Sagittarius, okay? All right, my lovelies, moving over into Capricorn. What messages do we have for Capricorn, angels? Five of Swords coming out. Queen is... Whoa. These are the heaviest cards so far. Five of Swords. I feel like this for Capricorn, this is you guys doing this to other people, right? Looking out for yourself, right? No matter who it may hurt, right? Now, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that you guys are intentionally trying to hurt people, because I don't feel that. I don't even believe that. But I do feel like you're looking out for yourself. And I feel like you're doing it in a rogue type way, where it's just like, yo, forget it. I got to look out for me because, you know, ain't nobody else going to do it. It's almost like you're feeding yourself this dumb fucking logic to justify this behavior. And I need you to stop, Capricorn. It's bullshit. If you don't have nobody else in your life to call you out, leave it up to good old Alex. I'm calling you out. Stop your bullshit. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, you could take care of yourself, right? But to do things because you lack the courage to do them, but using the excuse, oh, I gotta look out for me because ain't nobody else gonna do it. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I just pulled your card real quick and I apologize. I didn't mean to let that cat out the bag. But come on, keep it real. Keep it real. Just because you're lagging and are struggling with the confidence to move in a direction you know you're already supposed to be moving in, don't go ahead and call it, oh, I'm just going to look out for me and do me because fuck everybody. Don't call it that. Just move in the freaking direction and leave everybody else alone. To me, I kind of feel like this has happened to you guys. Some of you guys could have been rejected. Some of you could have been cut out by this Queen of Swords. And that's exactly why you're taking on this attitude. That's why you're taking on this attitude, because Capricorn, you know, like I know, your fucking ego is bigger than the sun. Okay? So to save face and to save ego, because you just been cut out by her, okay? Yeah, you're gonna, you know, hurt people, right? She cut you out, so you gonna cut other people out. SMH, Capricorn, SMH. Karma, baby. Karma. The universe is going to level it out. I also kind of feel like there is something that you're missing. If you feel rejected by this Queen of Swords, like you were cut out, you have made up in your mind or told yourself your own story as far as why that happened. I feel like there's more information coming from this Queen that you don't yet know about, okay? So stop with this bullshit, please, because it's going to bring forth some unnecessary freaking karma. But also at the same time, if you just take it, if you just work through the bullshit of that person cutting you out, just give them a minute. You don't have to react all the time. If you can just kind of hang out, hang low, you're going to get all your answers. This person is going to come back and let you know exactly why they did things the way that they did them. And for you, you may be thinking, you may be taking it personal. Oh, they did it because they don't like me, or they don't love me, or they love somebody else. No, they did it possibly for themselves, or whatever that reason is, they're going to let you know. So chill out, Cap. Who's next? Aquarius. Aquarius. What you got going on, Aquarius? I don't know. Ain't nothing. I'm just chilling. Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Alex, I need to know, though. Look at these two. There's your cards right there. What you need to know, Aquarius. I haven't been feeling inspired. I'm feeling a little down and out. Yeah, because you guys are the star card, so you're the eternal optimist, too. So let's see what Angels has in store for you. 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the Strength. 7, 7, and 8. Okay. Aquarius. Money, right? Planning. Trying to figure out, looking at what you have and trying to figure out what your next step is going to be. Should I take my money and just hold on to it? Or, you know, they saying that this thing with this coronavirus, you know, that, you know, the economy is doing okay. So I don't know if I should, you know, take my money and move forward, or, you know, just kind of hold on to it and kind of protect myself. Right? And yeah, it's the ultimate decision between force and, you know, kind of force and evolution, like, you know, forcing something and then allowing something to happen naturally. I feel like with you, Aquarius, you're in a allow it to happen naturally state of mind and state of being, but maybe it's not happening when you want it to happen. So now that's why you're trying to figure out, yeah, should I move forward? Should I go and, you know, kind of put this in place and move forward? Or if I should, again, just kind of stop and wait and allow things to happen. And it's crazy because I don't have an answer as of yet. Angels just gave them to me. They said that your decision specifically, you're going to see a peak, right? It's almost like a small indication as to what you should be doing next, right? I'm going to use something like buying a car as an example, right? And for you, you may be like, okay, should I take the money I have and put it down on a car, or should I just hold on to it? Because I don't know, with the times that we're living in, maybe I should just hold on to my money. The sign that I am talking about, that God, angels, and universe will show you as far as what to do, is you may see, you know, maybe going to Walmart one day, you may like drive past this place you drive past all the freaking time. You may see somebody who has the car that you want, like in their front yard with a for sale sign on it, right? And the answer to your question is no, I'm not going to take all of my money, right? Maybe you can put half down on a car, say it's 4,000 and you got like 5,000 and you don't want to spend all of the 4,000. Maybe the $4,000 car, you only put $2,000 down, go get you a $2,000 loan if possible, right? Then you have 3,000 left in your savings. You still have your new car, right? And now you have a note on the car for only 2,000. That's not much, right? But you have a note on this car as we're sitting in a time where the government recognizes people need money. So the loan that you may get for that car is fucking phenomenal. Or if you run into any financial issues because of COVID-19, they're going to have programs to help you out. Okay? I know that's a weird scenario, Aquarius, but that's what I got. You know, if it resonates, great. Leave me a comment. If it doesn't, you know, I guess you'll hit the thumbs down. I don't freaking know. But anyway, I just kind of feel like the approach is to listen to your instincts, listen to that primal side of you, your intuition, and telling you and leading you to places that will maybe not tell you or help you figure out what to do, but they will give you more information that may lead you closer to a decision. Okay? I hope that helps. All right, last but absolutely not least is our amazing Pisces. I hate when I do that. Pisces, what you got going on? I feel like you're excited, Pisces. I feel like it's like I want to tell somebody my story. Like you guys are chatty patties right now. I tell you, if you guys only knew what angels, how they keep me entertained sometimes. It is just beautiful. Pisces. Want to tell somebody your story. Want to vent. Want to break out of this zone that you're in. This stalemate is what I'm getting. It's coming. This is the Knight of Wands, and then we got the Knight of Cups. Now there you go. Hot, fiery passion and love, baby. Okay? This Knight represents a lot of movement. Quick, fast movement. Right? Even travel. For some of you guys, you may be traveling. You may want to get away. Be careful if you're going to any beaches. Make sure you suit up and take care of yourself, okay? But this to me means, oh, angels just said, like being shot out of a cannon. Oh, that's so weird. Especially for me as a fixed sign. It's like, ain't nobody shooting nobody out no damn cannon. But I feel like for you, Pisces, it's almost like you may be, let me pick this one up. You've been here for a second, not a long time, right? But it's a, you know, especially with you as the two fish, you don't like being here. You're a sign of movement and flow. So this is like your Achilles heel. This is like your kryptonite to just stagnate you like that, right? So yeah, I kind of feel like that makes absolute sense for you, Pisces, as far as wanting to break free. I mean, you're sitting right next to Aquarius on a zodiac chart. So we know that Aquarius is the wanderer, so to speak. And I kind of feel like too, again, you are either being clammed up or, you know, kind of stuck in this one position. For a lot of you, it could be quarantine, right? And you just kind of want to move around, right? Move around and kind of rekindle your zest for life and, you know, kind of go places and, you know, kind of explore, right? And this brings you great love. This makes Jack not a dull boy, right? This actually feeds you and feeds your soul, right? These two nights are pretty quick, right? They haul ass, okay? So I kind of feel like Pisces, in all honesty, this rush of emotion, this rush feeling, this rush attitude, I don't really see it as a bad thing. I mean, if you're looking at these cards, I mean, this is probably the most negative one on the table, right? Because you were feeling stuck and feeling stagnant. And I wouldn't want that for anybody. It's almost like you have, not really cabin fever, but it's almost like a wanderlust. Like you're ready to G.O. And I kind of feel like angels are saying you're waiting for a deadline. So maybe you're waiting for your city or town to open up so you can get in your car and G.O. Okay? I am going to do a reading for the collective as well. This is all of mankind, which I did one like this before, but it didn't come out. The reading itself was freaking phenomenal, but I did it live and it didn't come out great. Look at that. Seven of Wands. He's been poking his head out this whole time. The Page of Wands. Hey, baby. Oh, Page of Swords try to come up. Can't come up. Instead of doing 3 cards, let's do 5, guys. There's a lot of movement. Oh, this is that caged feeling, the caged approach. And a lot of you guys are planning, trying to figure out what we're going to do next. How the hell are we going to get up out of Dodge? Okay, that death card is sitting right there. Be careful. There we go. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. So for the collective. Yeah, you guys are done. Like, screw this quarantine life. I'm ready to go. This to me feels like, you know, you are, it's almost like that state of popcorn right before it's about to explode, right? It's almost like you're cycling. It's like, get ready, get ready, get ready. And then all of a sudden it's like, boosh. Right? This for a lot of you is what quarantine feels like. It's an anticipation. It's an anticipation on crack, by the way. And basically what that means is it's not even anticipation. It's a high level of anxiety. Okay, let's call it what it is. Let's keep it real. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is like you being hopeful, right? You're like, okay, you know, on May 15th, we're going to reopen and I'll be able to take the train again, go downtown and, you know, go back to this place and go get my nails done, go get my hair. So I feel like for a lot of people, you're being optimistic, you know, about the next phase or, you know, what's next to come. Okay. This, it should scare the shit out of a lot of people. For me, quite honestly, it doesn't, because it's a Scorpio card, right? This is basically, you're different now, okay? So life as you knew it before no longer exists, okay? You got to be careful about what you touch, right? Germs are so freaking easy to spread. So the way you used to move before and move in the past, that's over with, okay? So for a lot of you guys who cities are opening up or who are going to be able to move about again freely, you have to change your mindset, okay? You have to do away with that old mindset and introduce a new mindset that everything is infected. It's easier for me to believe personally that everybody has corona and corona is everywhere, okay? That way you never let your guard down, right? Like everybody and everything is the enemy. And I just kind of feel, especially with this death card, everybody, collective, okay? However you moved around in this free world or in the world, wherever you are, that's over. That's over and done, okay? Not only that, but I love these 2 cards here, the Queen of Cups and then also the 2 of Pentacles, because I do kind of feel like that's something that was supposed to happen as a result of the coronavirus, was that we are a lot more we're caring for each other more. We're a lot more nurturing. We're taking care of each other. We're taking care of ourselves better, right? the whole juggling of, what is that, angels? The juggling, the Two of Pentacles. Oh, oh, okay, that makes sense to me. The back and forth and the fight against old and new. That makes sense to me. So it's almost like you go back into the world, and you're going into the world with the old mindset, and it's like, no, let me jump into the new mindset. And every now and then the old mindset will pop up like, okay, yeah, new mindset. No, we can't do it that way. We got to now do it this way. Right? Not only that, but when you move out into the world, you'll see how so very differently it is now in your city or your town. Even if you can't change it in your mind, people outside of you physically will help to change it for you. So I kind of feel like with the Two of Pentacles, this is, again, you guys kind of going back and forth between the two energies, the old and the new, right? With how you're going to move about in this world and how your energy is going to move about in this world, okay? But I think this is probably the best card and the most important card on the table, because I do feel like no matter what your mind state is, no matter how you are physically moving around in this free world, do it with love and compassion, right? Because almost everybody has been affected by Corona. You know, so many people, of course, have died, right? God rest them, right? You don't know, the person you're rushing to get to the train to, they might have lost, two sisters and a cousin, right? You don't know how anybody has been affected. So it is advisable to just treat everybody with love and kindness, because unfortunately, we're all in the same fight. Unfortunately, we're all in the same struggle. I'm being prompted to turn this over. Don't let me down. Ace of Swords. Angels are saying that's the information for a lot of you guys, and maybe you guys needed to know. You needed this information, or maybe you will get information on a loved one or somebody you've been trying to go see, you haven't been able to see. You've been going back and forth. The money you have, you had to pay towards your bills, and you didn't have money for gas or to travel. But now God, energy, the angels, universe may be making that money available. So a lot of you guys may now be able to get to that loved one, to care for them and show your support and show you're there and show your love, right? Which may be the world. It may be the difference between life and death for a lot of them. Just seeing your face, just picking up on your energy, right? They can cut out like the old, or they can kind of, get rid of, you bring forth hope. So that hope is going to take over that stale and, negative way of thinking. It's almost like a fresh new idea and fresh new information and fresh new hope that overrides all that other bullshit that they may have been dealing with. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. Remember, check the either the description or the comments, because I will timestamp this. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If any of this has resonated with you, go ahead and leave me a comment. Thanks, guys. Take care.